morning, YouTube. So I've had some difficulties this morning. I saw last night that my video didn't upload. Great. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in Butler, Indiana again. And there's really not a lot of signal out here. I did get it uploaded this morning. My battery shut off last night about 2:30. Had to get up and move everything over to my backup. And then that shut off this morning at about 5:15. So I actually got up almost an hour before I needed to leave. I've got, I don't know, about 5 or 6 minutes left before my full clock flips. So yeah, it's par for the course, I guess, man. Just is what it is. So, it is like, man, 22 degrees and freezing in here. And it's taken forever for this heater to heat up. We're going to Granite City, and we've got a terminal right outside of there. So maybe I can stop in there and have them look at some stuff, because it's not wanting to heat up very much. It's not super cold, but it's not super hot either. So we'll see. But I got another subscriber. I appreciate it. Keep watching, and we'll get delivered and see where they'll send us next. So we've made it into Illinois. We're about 135 miles from the customer, and I've got a pre-plan to pick up at that customer. So my receiver is going to be my shipper, and we're going to take that back to Arkansas. Goes a hot shotter. What's up, hot shotter? So I was asked in the comments to talk about trip planning. So let's talk about some trip plans. When you go to, if you're going to come to Maverick and get your CDL, if you go to Maverick Driving Academy, you're going to do trip plans just about every night during your second and third week. There we go. During your second and third week, they're going to give you an atlas, and they're going to give you, that's your atlas to keep, and then they're going to give you a sheet every night, and it's going to be your homework, and it's going to be a trip plan. They'll give you a destination. They'll tell you where, they'll highlight on there on that sheet where you're going to start and where you're going to finish. And then on the flip side of that sheet, you're gonna write down every road that you're gonna go on, your direction, how many miles, and where you're gonna turn. Let's say you're going from Armorel, Arkansas to Memphis, Arkansas. Okay, you're gonna start off in Armorel. There's a short highway that you're gonna go to, or that you're gonna be on until you hit 55, and then you're gonna go south on 55 to Memphis. Okay, and you'll put that you'll turn there on 55 at Blytheville, and you may stop 30 miles down the road for a load check in Osceola, and you'll put down wherever your break is and wherever your stop is, and how many miles your total trip's going to be, stay within the confines of federal laws on stopping every 150 miles or every 3 hours to do load checks, stopping within your 8 hours to do your brake and where you took your brake and that kind of stuff. So the best way to do that is going to be, you're going to go to the front of your atlas where your US map is, and you're going to draw a straight line from your shipper town to your destination town. Okay, and you'll try to stay as close to that front of that straight line as possible, and that's how many miles you're going to go. Okay, sometimes you'll want to stay on interstates depending on if your roads are restricted or not, and you'll look back in your atlas to check to see if those states have restricted roads and whether that's in your route or not in your route. You want to check for low bridges, you want to check for weight restriction, that kind of stuff. And then once you get done looking at all of that, and you get all that written down on your sheet, you'll put total miles down there. You'll hand that in at the first of class every day, and they'll grade it. They'll tell you how many miles or how much percentage out of route that you were, and then you'll get you'll just get a percentage, and they'll tell you if you're too far out of route, they'll want you to do it again. When you're on the road and you're doing it, you're going to do it every day with your when you get in your training truck, you're going to do it every day with your trainer. Hopefully, you'll do it. They'll have you plan that out with your atlas and everything. When you're by yourself, when you start off by yourself, I do look at my map every now and then, but your GPS for Maverick is pretty close to where you want to stay at. But you do your trip planning the same way. You draw a straight line from the nearest town that your shipper's at to the nearest town your customer's at, and you want to stay pretty close to that straight line because that's going to get you the fewest miles that you've got to drive and stay within your route. Maverick does zip code to zip code. They don't do map miles. So my trip, your trip may say that you're going to get paid for 356 miles, and when you actually drive it, it may be 386 miles. But there's no way to get down to that if the roads are restricted or you have an appointment. It's going to take you too long to go the very shortest route. You may opt for the quickest route to get there on time, and that's why they build in 10% out of route. So 1,000-mile trip, you can go 100 miles out of route and still be within route. You want to try to keep that as close as possible. It's not hard. You're going to do trip planning also during securement week. You'll do a lot of trip planning if you're waiting on a securement class to start. You'll just do trip planning all day. But it's not hard. I stay. Right now, I'm a little high on my out of route. I'm about 13%. When I first started, when you first start, you're going to be out of route. You just are. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna miss a turn or whatever. And I started out my first month, I was like 18% out of route. I've whittled that down. I was a little lower than that, but I took a out of route trip to go home one night. And it cost me a little bit, but those are decisions that you've got to make. Is it more important to go home for a night and see the family while you've been out for 3 weeks, or do you want to not spend that out of route, just keep on going the way you are going? So those are personal decisions that you'll make, and everybody makes them. But trip planning is not hard. Don't get intimidated by it. Use all your resources that you've got. Use your GPS. your PeopleNet GPS. Use Google Maps. Use Waze. Use your Atlas. There's all kinds of resources out there for you to use. You'll do fine. I'm here at my shipper, or my customer / shipper, I guess you'd call it, because I dropped off at this place. Now I'm going to pick up at this place. It's a little different setup. I got a setup for 3 coil racks, and then I've got a skidded on the back end of it. First time I've done that. Let's get busy. Still waiting in line. Got one more guy in front of me to go in, and then I'll pull up to the front and have to wait for him to be done. Man, this is taking a while. So I'm gonna do a load swap tomorrow with another driver, and I'm gonna go, instead of going back to Arkansas, I'm gonna be going to Michigan. So tonight I'm about 3 miles from the Maverick terminal here. So that's probably where I'm going tonight. I probably won't have time to. I got 2 hours and 51 minutes left on my work schedule. I'll have enough time to get in there, I think, and get it secure and get it tarped and get over to Maverick. It's gonna be about it. That's all right though, because I need to get clothes washed, and they've got washing machine and dryer I can use. I'll get a shower, which I'm thankful for that. I'll be able to switch out my straps that are messed up, and then I'll be able to get my truck washed, so you can get a good night's sleep, I hope. I'm tired. But it looks like tomorrow will be an all drive day, other than switching the load. It's got to be there. It's got to be in Michigan Friday at some point. I think 4 o'clock Eastern. That'll give me plenty of time to get there. I'll get there, no problem. But we get loaded, and I'll do a wrap up tonight and be done. Long day. It's almost 10 o'clock. I still got to do some laundry. I gotta go take a shower and be back up and ready to go by 5. Long day. I think tomorrow there's going to be a nap at some point. I appreciate you guys being here. I think I got another subscriber. Appreciate that. You guys hit that like button for me. Leave me a comment. And subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. I would appreciate that. But this day is over. And so is this vlog.